not like about your current position? How meaningful are your likes? And what can you change about the things that you do not? Can you take online courses or pursue a new role with your current employer? Don't just stew over being unhappy. You might find this self-evaluation process engaging, even if your job is not. With Your Next Job, I'm Stephen Greenberg.
The Dave Ramsey Show, where debt is dumb, cash is king, and the paid-off home mortgage has taken the place of the BMW.
Weekdays from 1 to 4 on WGNS. Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and streaming at WGNSradio.com.
Rutherford Issues is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. Their Sharing Change has now donated more than $11 million to local nonprofits, assisting worthy causes here in our community. That's MTE, making life better since 1936. It's time to find out what's going on and will be going on at the Center for the Arts. Lauren Brown is with us, and she has brought Carrie Bowe with her today, and lots to talk about. And man, there is I don't know how we're going to get it all in here, Lauren.
That's okay.
Yeah,
we can just start.
Yeah, lots to go over here today, and we've got the 2024 season to talk about too.
Yeah.
So, looking forward to everything here to get into today. So, let's just launch right into it. Where would you like to start?
Sure. Yeah, we have Carrie Bowe with us here today. She's one of the directors of Into the Woods that opens on Friday, October 13th, and she's also our theater and operations manager as well, director at the theater.
Well, good stuff. Pull that mic up real close to you there, and it'll pull real close. And so, talk to me about Into the Woods. It's going to get a big start here, Friday, I guess, right?
We open Friday.
Yeah. So tell me what you can tell us about Into the Woods.
Sure. I'll start off with the cast that we have is absolutely fantastic. Vocally and acting-wise, it's probably one of the best that I've worked with. I've had the pleasure of co-directing with my husband on this one, and we've had some bumps along the way, but no, it's been great, and we tried to stay somewhat traditional with the show, but at the same time going a little bit more artistic with it. So the set is a little bit different than you've probably seen before. It's a little bit more minimalistic, but it's a little bit more natural too.
It's beautiful. I saw it this morning.
Our woods are made out of actual woods. So we brought nature inside for this one, but tried to stay a little bit more true to Sondheim with it, and kind of the message that he had behind a lot of it. The show itself has been, for lack of a better term, a little bit kind of Disneyified, and this version is not so much. So Act 1 is very much, happy fairy tales and colors, and Act 2 is the reality of what happens when you get everything that you thought you wanted and it didn't turn out right. So,
what is the story behind Into the Woods for those who may be unfamiliar?
Sure. So it all circles around a baker, his wife, a witch, a narrator, and Cinderella. We've got Little Red Riding Hood and Jack through there, and Prince Charming and whatnot. But I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. Act 1 focuses on the I wish, and the baker and his wife want to have a family, and the witch has put a curse on his family, so they cannot. Cinderella, we all know her story. She wishes that she could have the things that she doesn't. Little Red is always wanting more. Jack is just Jack. And we follow them through their story to attaining all of those things. Cinderella gets her prince, the baker and his wife get their baby, and Jack gets all of the riches with his mom, and Act 2 is a little bit darker. It's the idea that you can have all of the wonderful things, but they're not always what you thought they would be. The baker's wife specifically, she, one of the lines that she has is, when you have an and you have an or, makes the or seem more. And it's just the contrast between life itself.
So how long will this actually run? Is it 2 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Till October 29th, right?
Yes.
Tickets still available, Lauren, or?
They are, but we do have one I know that's sold out, one of the dates. It is filling up, but there are seats available.
As we know, they're always going to go fast.
Yes, they do. I feel like once opening night and everyone starts talking and then...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
They always usually go pretty fast. So it opens on Friday.
On Friday, yes, 7:30. And we also have an art exhibit opening that day as well.
All right. Well, tell me a little bit about the art exhibit so I guess you could come and see Into the Woods and maybe check out the art exhibit too.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And before we move on from Into the Woods, I'm sorry, I did want to say that Into the Woods is presented by Bridgestone, and we thank them for that.
Sure.
But yeah, there's a art gallery opening. It's titled Portals, Places Unseen. And I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. It's Miley Laney is the artist's name, and it will open on Friday as well.
And Portals, Places Unseen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. And also starting, the 15th. So that's coming up here really quick. Auditions for Little Shop of Horrors?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, auditions. The sign-ups are open on our website. If you just go to Borough Arts, BORO arts.org, you can just go and see a tab titled Auditions and just go and sign up. And Carrie probably can tell us more about it, but it's our first show of 2024.
It is the first show of 2024, and we've got a fantastic creative team with that one, so I'm very excited. And audition spots are filling up. So if you're interested, absolutely go and sign up.
I did want to ask you, so your husband, you work with your husband here in this. So
yes.
Tell me about how that is. How is it working with him?
So it's interesting. We've been doing it a very long time. We met doing theater. We met at an audition almost 23 years ago. We got married 10 weeks later and have just been in theater since. But it has definitely been work to try and figure out how to work together and have disagreements, when we're in the theater space and not take it home with us.
Yeah.
And the opposite to, have issues. We're fighting at home the second we walk through the theater doors. That doesn't exist anymore. But it's been good because I work kind of on the production side of things, whereas he's our technical director for the center as well. So my creative Tetris brain with set pieces and things like that, and his expertise with sound and lights, and we're able to bring two very different viewpoints together, and it creates something wonderful. So
yeah.
But no, the trick is figuring out how to leave it at the door.
Especially when you get two creative minds together, right?
Exactly.
That would be hard.
So that kind of brings me to mentioning the 2024 season. So we talked about Little Shop of Horrors and auditions for that on October the 15th. So who wants to talk to me about the 2024 season and what's coming up?
I guess I'll take that one.
Yes.
Pretty excited about this.
It's a great
season. It really is. And it's got something for everybody. We've got, the kids shows. We've got what we call, what we're calling our cultural enrichment series, which is a series of 4 shows. Throughout the year, one of them is an original work by the composer laureate of the state of Tennessee, Michael Carrick, and that's Dear Miss Barrett, and we'll be doing that one in March. And then we've got Tick Tick Boom, which hasn't happened around here.
Excited.
Me too. I'm very excited for that one. A Raisin in the Sun is in September, and that one I'm very much looking forward to because we haven't done a show like that before here. And then White Christmas is we've decided we are doing that annually now. So one weekend every year we'll be doing White Christmas. So those are our kind of what we call our community enrichment series. The rest of the season's been filled out. We've got Death of a Salesman. We've got Big Fish, which I'm very excited about. Rock of Ages, Tarzan, Tick Tick Boom.
Yeah. Let's see.
The Arsenic and Old Lace, which I'm looking forward to as well. We've got more actual plays than we normally have in a season 2. So I'm excited for next year. It was what started as a list on a whiteboard of what people wanted to do grew into a list of like 300 shows. And we whittled that down and gave it to our artistic advisory council, and they voted on what they wanted, and we built the season from there. So
I did notice that it seems to be a longer list than I remember seeing for a season ever before.
Yes, we've got 14 next year.
It's a lot. I kept saying,
lot.
I thought we were going to scale back. But
Yes, we
going.
thought we were going
Going
to
for
too, and then we those 4 shows that we brought
That'll
in,
be
which
awesome.
are mostly kind of community focused, grew. That's what pushed us to the 14. But we've got a lot of shows next year that haven't been done in the area. That was kind of one of our criterias. We haven't done it in the center in the last 7 years, and it hasn't been done around us in the last 3 to 4. So it's going to be a busy season, but it's going to be fantastic.
It'll
So
be
Now,
great.
talk to me about Dear Miss Barrett, because
Sure.
you said that was what is unique about that one?
So that is actually an original work. Michael Curick, he is the composer laureate for the state of Tennessee. He wrote not only the book, but he wrote the music, the entire score. Everything is his. And I will be working closely with him. We've talked many times over the last year or so, and he'll be part of the entire process, which is for me very exciting because I'm directing that one. So to actually get to do what I do with the playwright sitting right next to me is going to be awesome. So,
This will be the
and that-
premiere, right?
it has been done once
Okay,
before,
okay.
but we're staging it
So
slightly
close.
differently on ours, and it will be live music. So
Oh, that'll be
that's
amazing.
another thing that we're going back towards for 2024 too. Is there's about 5 shows that will be live music versus canned tracks.
Oh,
so
great.
yeah.
Yeah. So what about tickets for the upcoming season?
So our season tickets will be on sale within the next 2 weeks for 2024. So we will push that out on the website as soon as they're up.
Yeah.
And that's
the best.
boroarts.org, right?
That's correct, yes. And that really is the best way to secure your seats for all of our shows because they are popular and the seats fill up quick.
They do, really. If you're not a season ticket holder, I can't always promise that you're
Yeah.
going to get tickets for a show 3 days out.
Right.
So-
Yeah, you just can't.
Lauren Brown and Carrie Bowe here with us today. We've got a few more things to talk about. Let's see. Fall session for the youth, right?
Yeah, this is a really interesting class. So our fall session has begun, but we have a tech theater class that's going to be offered, and it doesn't start until next month in November. And these are for older children, ages 13 to 18 is what we're recommending. But they're actually going to explore the production side of theater, and they're going to work really closely and actually help with the production of the youth production of Disney Descendant musical that's going to be taking place in December. So they're going to work on sound and lighting, stage management, props, costuming. So it'll be really fun for them. And you can just go to our website if you have a youth that might be interested, boroarts.org, and there's just a tab titled Youth, and it'll direct you to that if anyone's interested in enrolling their child for that class.
And a few more spots for the Vocal Academy, too.
Yes. That program is filling up, but there are a few more spots available, and it's called our Center for the Arts Vocal Academy. Do recommend children 10 and up, but it's for, anyone from 10 plus, adults, seniors, youth, anyone.
Okay. Yeah. Good stuff there as well. And anything else? You mentioned something about Misery.
Yes. So after Into the Woods, there's a play opening titled Misery. Many may be familiar with the movie, maybe, but Carrie can tell us some more about it.
So it's Stephen King's Misery is what it's based on. And I've had the pleasure of kind of popping in and out of a couple rehearsals, and the Veronica Rader is directing that one. The cast is fantastic. Bethany True, who is kind of a center usual, you've seen her as Mrs. Potts, you've seen her as a nun in The Sound of Music. I mean, you've seen her she was in Steel Magnolias, and always in these very like happy motherly roles. And Annie Wilkes is not something that you would have ever thought of. She's amazing. There's really no other word to describe it. It is so different from who she actually is. It's been impressive to watch her. And if you know Bethany, you will want to see this show. You're going to want to see it anyway, because it is it is a cast of 3. That is it. And Grant Gardner and Michael Beckett kind of fill out that cast. And we do have understudies. So we've got Russell Forbes, and I cannot remember Ariel's last name, and I'm so sorry, Ariel. But across the board, it's dark. It is not a kid show at all. And if you have a squeamish stomach, maybe this one's not for you, but it will make you feel for sure.
BoroughArts.org, where you can find a lot more information about everything that we talked about today. And we've been visiting with our friends from the Center for the Arts. Hope you've enjoyed our conversation today. And again, boroughArts.org. And hope you have a wonderful day out there, everybody.
Greetings, friends. This is Lenny Farmer with the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home in Murfreesboro. If you ever had to deal with the final arrangements of a loved one, funerals are both emotional and financial. You can easily be drained both ways when you least expect it. I can help you in both of these areas by showing you the positive side of